What's happening, troops? Today we're following up from how I got kicked out from my medical cannabis clinic. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, I highly recommend you go watch it, because this video will make a lot more sense if you go watch that first. So, where we left off was basically me being discharged from the clinic. The review itself was pretty normal, going over my medical history, prescription history, you know, the usual stuff. Then the doctor said, "I'm sorry, with your history of eupd and your prescription of quetiapine, we'd be looking to discharge you." So for anyone that's wondering, quetiapine wasn't actually prescribed to me for an antipsychotic, it was actually used as a mood regulator. I'll be honest, that's all read for a second. In my head I was thinking, you've got to be kidding me. This is the last thing I need. Instead of arguing, I just took a deep breath and said, "Thank you very much for your time." Then I dropped another little bombshell that I've already been accepted for another clinic. Now, so here's the bit I left out in the last video. A couple of days before my integral review, I had an overwhelming gut feeling and I was feeling very suspicious about the whole situation. So 2 days before my review, I contacted Cardiff Cannabis Clinic and they got back to me the very next day. I sent over all my required documents and I actually had my initial consultation with Dr. Dave a day before my integral review. But now here's when things got weird. As soon as I said that, the doctor started walking things back and says, "I never actually said discharged." And I was just like, "What? You just literally said discharged." He asked me what clinic have I gone with, because I shouldn't be registered with 2 clinics at the same time. Well, I just explained to him, well, Integral hasn't prescribed me for nearly 2 months. What do you expect me to do? And Cardiff is fully aware of my situation with you guys. To be honest, I never actually told him what clinic I was going with, and to be honest, I felt like it was none of his business. So I just thanked him for the care that he and the clinic has given me for over the years, and I asked him could he send me over my discharge papers quickly so I could upload them to the new clinic. And that was that. Now I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that watched the first video for all your messages, advice, and just the genuine support that I received. It was truly, truly heartwarming. Loads of people recommended different clinics. I saw a lot of love for Medican, but unfortunately with Integral being the parent company of Medican, I don't think I would have been prescribed there anyways. So the funniest part of this all, one clinic decided to discharge me for my mental health history and another clinic is solely prescribing me for it. So one door closes, another opens. Every cloud has a silver lining, as they say. So far, Cardiff Clinic has been absolutely brilliant. They're friendly, genuinely patient-focused clinic, and you can actually feel the care, even if it's just through emails and phone calls. So far, you know, you can actually feel like they care for your well-being. And as for Dr. Dave, I genuinely left feeling that I've had a meeting with someone that knows more about cannabis than I do. I'm not saying I know everything, far from it. But I'm really passionate about cannabis and I've spent years and years researching, learning as much as I can. But yeah, I still learn something new all the time. But speaking to someone who is equally passionate about cannabis and incredibly knowledgeable, it was quite refreshing actually. It left me feeling really positive about my future. So, what's next? One of the biggest advantages of Cardiff, it doesn't have its own pharmacy. So with that being said, I can have my prescriptions sent to different pharmacies so we can do something like a little pharmacy review now, which should hopefully make for some useful content. And we'll still be looking to do our bread and butter cannabis reviews, but we'll look at be changing it up a little bit, try to keep it fresh. And maybe we're going to throw some live streams into the mix. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, let me know, give me a comment down below. Right, before I finish, I just want to thank everybody again who messaged me and reached out. All your messages genuinely meant a lot more than you could probably ever realise. And a special thanks to the people who noticed a long time before I said anything. I'm sorry I kept telling you all just busy with work and such things. Sometimes it's easier not to admit when you're having a rough time. But yeah, you know who you are. Thank you guys. You're truly awesome. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay lifted, stay informed, take it easy, troops.